What is going on, party people? My name is Solomon. I am an artist, and thus I go by Solomon the Artiste. So, I haven't even posted the previous video, but I am well aware of the type of friends that I have, and so I am creating this video to offset the comments. Not that I get many comments on YouTube, but at least any comments that may arise, or the text messages and DMs that I will likely get. Because for some reason people refuse to comment in the comment section, and it would really help me a lot as I'm trying to build this YouTube page if you spoke to me there, in which I also understand a lot of what my friends who do watch say to me is rather private, so I get it, but still, say something in the comment section, help me out a little bit, you know? But yeah, I can sense what will come after I post that other video. Technically, I'm still deciding if I'm gonna post it up anyway, but still, if I've posted it, this is coming next. Well, this is here. So basically, I need to make it clear that just because I did get emotional in that video, which I will put the card up here, I think, or it might be on this side. It's gonna be somewhere up top. But in any case, just because I got emotional, it doesn't mean that I am sad about my realization or decision, because really it's a decision. I had to make a conscious choice to decide that I'm gonna focus on this thing that I love called art, along with my faith in Christ, before all else. And so my getting emotional was not me being sad or depressed or broken, it was my being human. It's a huge decision, and a decision that I am genuinely content in. And again, whilst I've made this decision, things might change in the future. I might meet a woman who will completely have my mind warped and turn around and decide it's time for me to shack up, you know? But for now, where I'm at is where I'm at, and I am happy, content, and complete. So with that in mind, I thought, let me just make this quick little random video. Hopefully it'll actually be real. But I wanted to talk about the beauties, the positives, the fun aspects of being single. Now, when I say being single, I mean being single and that's it. Not single and looking, because that's a completely different thing. Here, so let's just get into this. So one thing that I find amazing about just being single is that because I know that I'm not searching, I don't care what the perception is of anyone who's around me, you know? Whether we know it or not, whether most do it intentionally, but a lot of people actually unintentionally prep themselves for just in case anybody's around looking. You know, if you're single and looking, then you want to make sure that any other person who may be single and looking sees you at what can be perceived as your best. Since I'm not looking, I don't go through the process of making sure that I look somewhat decent when I just need to go roll the garbage can out to the curb, you know? I do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And I do it all for me. And that's a beautiful thing. And I'll tell you why that's a beautiful thing for someone like me. I am a hopeless romantic, and I am very easily, it's very easy for me to become entrapped or become enamored so deeply with a woman that I lose myself completely. I am the type of man where if I meet a woman who I think is perfect for me, and I think that I am or can be perfect for her, I will do anything it takes for it to work. So in other words, if I hear that this woman is not the biggest fan of mustaches, shave. I would do that. At least I used to be the guy that would do that, because I've done things like that before. I remember when I first started wearing eye contacts, you know, when I wanted to, something different from glasses, I started wearing eye contacts, and I was wearing colored contacts because the optometrist told me that, you know, if anything happens, like if it happens to fall or something, because apparently that was a more common thing back then. I don't know what's changed now. They're not so easy to fall, but if it so happens to fall or whatever, a colored contact is much easier to find than just a clear contact. And so I figured, okay, I'm gonna wear colored contacts. And I think I had probably gray and green and hazel. This person I was talking to says to me randomly, like she thought that they were my real eyes. And I was very honest. I was like, oh no, contacts, you know, I can't really see without glasses or contacts. And I, you know, figured if I'm gonna wear contacts, why not have some fun and have, you know, the colored contacts. And she said that she hates contacts, but at the time we weren't really talking in the manner of trying to getting to know each other in that, you know, way. It was just, we were just being friendly. But I found her so attractive and so entertaining that I thought maybe I can make something work, as shy and insecure as I was as a young man. This was like I think I might have been 17 or 18. But either way though, the point is she said that, and I promise you, mind you, I had never even like met her in person yet. We had only spoken on the phone. I think we met via MySpace. And or this is taking it back. It might have been blackplanet.com too. This is taking it real back, back to, oh God. But in any case, the point is she said that, and I remember I was on the phone with her and I took the contacts out as I'm speaking to her and threw them away. And I told her too that, you know, yeah, I got rid of my contacts, you know. And she said, I hope you didn't do that for me. And of course I did, but I'm like, they're on the phone saying, oh no, you know, I just realized that they weren't really for me, you know, but now my contacts are gone and I can't see. I could just put my glasses on though. But either way, the point is I did that. And so part of me being single is that I don't have to be that guy. And who knows, maybe this is a part of God's plan for me to learn to really just be completely content in myself and in my decisions, and, you know, not decide for her or whatever, you know. But yeah, so there's that part. You don't have to be concerned with trying to impress this person that you don't know if they're around or exist at all, you know. You don't have to be on all the time. And that's something else that I love. Since I'm not looking, it's like my sense of, my radar is just off. And there have been times, I think because now that I'm not looking, I have no concern with whether or not someone likes my personality, whether or not they like the way that I speak, whether or not they like where I am in life. You know, since I'm not trying to impress anybody now, I don't feel, there used to be a point where I used to feel embarrassed to tell someone like, oh, I'm a singer, or tell someone, oh, I'm an actor, because the question after that is, you know, 99% of the time it's, oh, what have you done? Is it television? What television shows have you done? What, are you on Broadway? You know, it's those questions. And obviously if you haven't done that much TV, or if you haven't made it to Broadway, people just look at you and think, oh, so you're just trying, you're not really doing. And it's like, no, I'm not trying, I'm an actor. And this is just the way it goes. I don't know what you expect. You know, the point I'm trying to make is that I don't feel like I have to put on airs for anyone. You know, I don't have to feel embarrassed that I'm not at a certain level or whatever, you know? And you can probably tell from the way I just said that that's a big one for me, you know? So, yeah, there's that, and I'm sort of doing this randomly. I just realized that I probably needed to do this video. I don't know if this is a part 2 or an update, or I don't know. But in any case, the other thing is that it's a lack of pressure, you know. I choose to be at home right now because, for one thing, it's more affordable for me. You know, as a born and raised New Yorker, and this is where like choosing art over love really comes in. I thought, okay, rather than to spend money paying rent to put a roof over my head in New York, let me stay home with my family that is in New York City, in the place where you need to be in order to really pursue musical theater, to pursue acting and anything, and music and everything. Like, this is one of the grand places, New York. You know, of course, yes, Atlanta is a place now that's rising, and LA is LA, but New York is New York, and there is no place like New York. And so my thought is, well, instead of spending money paying rent to someone else, let me spend a part of that money helping my parents with their mortgage and just stay in my childhood house and just do what I gotta do until I get to where I gotta get to. And then from there, I'll get my own place, maybe in New York, or, you know, I don't know. The point is, because I made that decision, even though I made that decision and I have always been content in that decision, there's always been a part of me when speaking to women that felt too embarrassed to bring them home, because it's not my home. It's my childhood home, yes, but it's not my personal place. You know, I can't, of course I can do as I please, yes, but it's just not the same as bringing someone home to your personal apartment or something, you know? So now that I'm not looking anymore, I don't have to feel that sense of pressure or embarrassment or things like that. I don't know if this battery is about to die or not, but we'll see. If it cuts off, obviously I'll continue, or maybe I'll finish beforehand, I don't know. But yeah, and then also I'm more willing to try different things now, you know? Simple things, growing out my beard, doing, you know, this mustache. Like I said, if I had met a woman at some point some years ago, even up to maybe like 2 years ago, if I met a woman that I really liked and she said that she hates mustaches, I probably would have just shaved it off, because I'm like, I gotta make sure that this might work, this could work somehow, you know? But just trying, you know, different outfits. There was a time where, like, I wouldn't wear a certain type of pants, I wouldn't try a certain type of shirt, I wouldn't try different outfits or different looks that I really wanted to try, because I felt that it wouldn't be attractive to women, you know? And now I'm in a place where, since I'm not looking, I don't care. I literally try any and everything I want. Some things work, some things don't, and some things, even if they don't work, I make it work, or I do it anyway because I do what I want, because I'm doing it for me, you know? I guess ultimately all of these things are connected. The point is, when you're single and you're not looking, you're literally living for you. It's kind of like dating yourself. And I've actually done that. I remember going to a restaurant by myself, and it was the most petrifying thing. I don't remember why I did it. Low-key, actually, no, you know what it was? I think I heard like Wendy Williams talk about like going to a restaurant by herself and, you know, like saying that she loves it and she like reads magazines or something another like that. And I remember thinking like, that's crazy, I could never, like that's embarrassing, going to eat by yourself, like who does that? And I remember I just said to myself, you know what, I wanted to go to a certain restaurant. I wanted to go to Serendipities in Manhattan. And I could never find anyone to go with me, or people would say, yeah, let's go, I'm so excited. But then when it came time to go, this person had to do that, this person's busy over here. It was never a proper time, and I really wanted to go. And so finally, one day, I just said, I'm just gonna go. No biggie, I'm just gonna go. Maybe I might go and there's no seating for a single person, you know? But I went, they had a table for me. I feel like my table might have been sort of in the corner, which I didn't mind, you know, like I didn't think about it back then, but as I'm thinking about it now, and I don't know that it was necessarily intentional, maybe it was, I don't know. Either way, the point is, I enjoyed myself. It was nice, and I think I did, if I remember correctly, I think I did actually bring a magazine or bring a book or something, and I just sat there and I read, and I was eating. I remember I ate some special taco nacho mixture thing. I ordered a frozen hot chocolate, and you know, and I enjoyed myself. And I I was just there in the moment, and I enjoyed the food. Like, I didn't have to like sit there and eat and talk and entertain. Like, I was just sitting there and eating, and just remember thinking, dang, this is good, you know? And then I remember some years later, I started taking myself to the movies. Like, and it's the most amazing thing, because some of my friends like to talk during movies, or even talk during musical theater. Like when we go to see a Broadway show, some of my friends that I go with will like to talk or like point something out. You know who you are, and I hate it with a passion, and I know you know that I hate it, but I'm gonna say it out loud now for you to know that I hate it, so don't do it with me no more when Broadway opens back up. But, but what I'm trying to say is, I started going to the movies by myself, and what I would do is, I would buy myself 2 tickets. I would buy whatever movie I want to see. I would make sure that the next film, like say if it ended at 10:30, I would buy the next film for maybe 10:45. So I would just go from theater to theater, had myself an extra large popcorn, a large drink, and just stayed in the movie theater for that length of 3 to 4 hours and just watched the movie and ate my popcorn and drank my drink. And it is such a phenomenal thing. It's a beautiful thing to spend time with yourself. And what I will say is that I'm learning so many things about myself that I did not know, you know? As a matter of fact, I did that yesterday. So I told you I'm here in Georgia. My house is not in Atlanta, but what I did do randomly is I drove out to Atlanta. I drove to downtown LA, and I said downtown LA by mistake, because downtown Atlanta reminds me so much of downtown LA. It's crazy. I forgot where I was for a moment yesterday. But I drove down there and I parked the car, paid the meter, and then I said I just remembered the street I parked on, but I said I'm just gonna walk around and just see what's happening, what's going on out here, what's popping. And I enjoyed myself. You know, there are restaurants out there that I had never heard of, and restaurants that I have heard of and always wanted to try. Yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that it makes me braver being single and not looking, because now it's not so much about entertaining myself as much as it is about enjoying myself. And maybe that's a part of what this whole thing is. Once I've learned to be content in myself and enjoy myself and be brave in my decisions and my mustache. I mean, doing this simple handlebar thing was a task. Something I wanted to do for a year before I finally did it, you know. Yeah, either way, what I'm saying is there is a beauty in being single and being content and not looking. And so, don't cry for me, Argentina. Excuse me. I gotta drink some water, dry throat. But yeah, point I'm trying to make is I'm content in my singleness, and you should be too if you happen to be watching this and single. And if you're single and looking, I feel like these tips, these things that I said, I feel like they can help you as well, you know. Go ahead, look, but don't look with the intention of impressing. That's my whole thing. I felt like I was always on, the spotlight was always on me. I was always trying to win some girl's affection, you know. And now I'm just good. And the crazy part is that now I get hit on all the time. A lot of the time I don't even realize it. That's the crazy part. But I guess now, because I'm not looking and I don't care what anyone thinks and I'm just doing me, it's way more attractive. You know, it just is what it is, and I've heard that. But now I'm in a place where I'm liking where I'm at. Emotional or not, I'm liking where I'm at, and I want to explore that some more. And so I'm gonna stay where I'm at. And if things change in the future, then so be it. But for right now, I am content right here being single, bada bing, bada boom. And I don't have an intent, I don't know if I should say desire, but I don't have an intent to look for someone to build a relationship, a marriage with, a family with, and what have you, you know? And what I was gonna say, I'm gonna save for another video because I think it's something that I'm gonna save it for another video. So in any case, if you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching. God bless. Peace.